Okay, Marcus, what is the most important rule in real estate investing?
Buy in a neighborhood that is about to grow, not already grown.
Very good. And how do you know which neighborhoods are about to grow?
Look for new infrastructure. Roads, schools, coffee shops moving in nearby.
Exactly right. You learn fast, Marcus. Faster than most adults I know.
I've been waiting my whole life for someone to teach me this stuff.
Marcus, can I be honest with you about something important today?
Always, Mr. Green. I want you to always be honest with me.
When I first saw you, I thought you were just another bored kid, but you are not. You have something most people never develop. True hunger.
I've been hungry my whole life, sir. That school just made me hungrier.
Then we are going to use that hunger to build something real together.
Mr. Green, what do you want in return for teaching me all this?
Just promise me you will help someone else exactly like I helped you.
I promise you that with everything I have inside me. I promise.
Mr. Davis, your savings are impressive for someone your age. Very impressive.
Thank you. I've been working and saving for 7 years for this.
You want to purchase a rental property on Elm Street, correct?
Yes, ma'am. I've analyzed the neighborhood. The numbers work really well.
No degree. No corporate job history. Just a small business for income.
My business has cleared $500 profit every month for 4 years.
Actually very consistent. Consistent income matters a lot here.
I know it does. That's why I made sure it would be consistent.
Mr. Davis, congratulations. Your loan is approved. Welcome to real estate.
Thank you, Miss Rivera. You will not regret this decision at all. Mr. Green, I got the loan. I'm buying the house. It's happening.
I knew it. I knew it the moment I met you, Marcus. I knew.
This is just the first one. This is just the very beginning, sir.
It always starts with one, son. One is all it ever takes.
Marcus, I have a call for you. It sounds very urgent and important.
Who is it, Priya? I have the Johnson deal closing in an hour.
It's the Cleveland School Board, sir. They are asking for you specifically.
The school board. Which school is this in connection with, Priya?
Riverside High School, sir. They say it's about the school's future.
Put it through to my direct line. I'll take it right now. Mr. Davis, thank you so much for taking this call today, sir. Of course. What can I do for you and the board today, Mr. Walsh? Riverside High is in serious financial trouble. We may have to close. Close? Riverside High School. The one on Morrison Avenue in Cleveland? Yes, sir. We need an investor. Someone who believes in the school's mission. And why exactly did the board choose to call me, Mr. Walsh. Your reputation is extraordinary, Mr. Davis. You are from this community.
Send me all the financial documents tonight. I will review everything carefully.
Absolutely, sir. Thank you so much. This truly means everything to us.
Mr. Walsh. I went to Riverside High a long time ago.
Oh, wonderful. Then you know exactly how special that school truly is.
Yes, I know exactly how special it is. I'll be in touch, Mr. Walsh.
Good morning, sir. Can I help you? Do you have an appointment? Yes. I'm Marcus Davis. Here to meet with Mr. Walsh and the board. Mr. Davis. Of course, sir. I'll call ahead right now. Please come in.
Actually, can I just have 1 minute? I want to look around alone. Certainly.
Of course, Mr. Davis. Take all the time you need, sir. No rush.
Marcus, the board is waiting upstairs. Are you okay? You look far away.
This is exactly where it happened, Angela. Right here. This exact spot.
Where what happened?
Where I lost everything. And where I started to rebuild it all.
Marcus, this is the school? This is the school that expelled you?
Let's go meet the board. I've spent enough time looking backward today.
Mr. Davis, welcome. Thank you so very much for coming here today.
Thank you, everyone. I reviewed your documents very carefully last night.
And what are your thoughts, Mr. Davis? Can Davis Property Group help us?
I can help. But first I need to tell this room something personal.
Of course, Mr. Davis. Please. This room is open to you completely.
I was a student at Riverside High. I was 14 years old then.
Wonderful. A proud alumni. That makes this conversation even more meaningful.
I was expelled from this school for something I did not do.
Mr. Davis, I am so very sorry to hear that. Truly, sir.
I'm not telling you this because I am angry. That anger is gone.
Then why are you telling us, Mr. Davis? Help us understand, please.
Because this school broke a 14-year-old kid who wanted to learn. And I want to make sure it never breaks another kid like that again.
What are you proposing exactly, Mr. Davis? What would that look like?
I will buy this school, renovate it completely, and rebuild it right.
And what would you want in return for that kind of investment?
I want every student here to have what I never had.
Mr. Davis, I think I speak for everyone here when I say yes.
Mr. Davis, once you sign here, Riverside High is officially yours today.
Mr. Green, you should be the one standing here right now instead of me. No, son. You earned every single inch of this moment yourself today.
I still think about that day in the library. You changed my life.
You gave me a reason to get out of retirement, Marcus. Thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Davis. You are now the owner of Riverside High School.
Exhaling with a big smile, Marcus Davis owns the school that threw him out. That is insane.
No. That is just what happens when you refuse to stay down.
I am so proud of you, son. So incredibly proud of who you are. Good morning, everyone. My name is Marcus Davis. I own this school now. But 16 years ago, I sat exactly where you are sitting right now.
Did you go here? Did you actually go to Riverside High, Mr. Davis?
I did. And I was expelled from this school when I was 14.
Expelled? Why? What did you do to get expelled, Mr. Davis?
I pushed a student who stole my backpack in this very hallway.
That doesn't seem fair. Why didn't anyone believe you back then?
Because sometimes the world is not fair. That is simply the truth.
But you came back and bought the school? How is that even real?
It's real because I refuse to let one bad day define my whole life. I see you. I was you. And I need you to hear this today.
Some of you are struggling right now. Some of you feel like giving up.
Your setback is not your ending. It is setting you up for something bigger.
Mr. Davis. Excuse me. Mr. Davis, can I talk to you, please?
Of course. What's your name, man?
Devin Harris. I'm in 8th grade here at Riverside, sir.
What's on your mind, Devin? Talk to me. I'm listening right now.
I'm failing 3 classes. My teacher says I'm a troublemaker, too.
Do you want to learn? I mean, really, truly deep down want to learn?
More than anything in the whole world. I just don't know how.
That right there is the only answer I needed to hear from you.
What does that mean? Does that mean you'll help me somehow, Mr. Davis?
It means I'm going to personally make sure you have what you need.
But why would you help me? You don't even know me at all.
Because somebody should have helped me, Devin. Now I help others. Simple. There is zero shame in that, Devin. Zero. Okay? Look at me. You remind me so much of a kid I used to know. A lot.
Now come on. Let me show you the new computer lab upstairs.
Let's go!